All right. Let me know if that's any better.
Fix it 42 like.
Hey, Rhino Labs got back to me. Thanks for applying. To ensure we promptly to pentest candidates. To ensure we can respond promptly to all pentest candidates, we start interviews with a hands-on web app pentest challenge. It's fairly short and simple. Demonstrate what you can find in our vulnerable web app and write a short mock report. Complete it at your own pace. We generally see candidates take no more than 6 hours. If you're taking much longer than that, just submit what you have. We're evaluating based on technical skill, writing skill, clear and accurate technical communication. Design aesthetics of the report are not important. If you're interested in continuing with this web challenge, please reply with the following. Are you eligible to work in the United States? Which U.S. state territory are you based in? The IP address you'll be performing the web challenge from.
Says, what are you reading?
I got a Charlie. Good to see you again. I applied for a position with Rhino Security Labs. And they sent me back an email saying they start all candidates with a
Fix it says,
web
Tyler's one.
hands-on web app pen test. Yeah. Tyler's previous one. I don't think he works for them anymore. Am I crooked? I feel like I'm crooked. Well, this is an interesting conundrum. They say it takes 6 hours to do it. Oh, they're going to send me the information probably. I won't be able to do it tomorrow or the next day. I mean, maybe I'll find it quickly. I won't be able to do it tomorrow because we're going to be traveling. We're going to be traveling the next day, but maybe I should try to do it on Sunday. I've had a month. I haven't been doing anything besides applying for jobs for a month. Okay. Whatever. Oh, I'm going to be on my excuse me. I'm going to be on my laptop.
Joe says, is it a remote gig?
It is. Yep, it is. Yes, I am eligible to work in the United States. 2. Ohio. 3. Web IP address 192.168.0.1.
Loaf says,
Oh my, what a treat to start your day with. A Theo stream.
That's right. Loaf's on the other side of the globe. Hi, Loaf. Hey, thanks for taking a look at the resume.
Alexonhisk says,
Oh, he's on PC now. Let's go.
Yeah, it started raining on me.
I see that GitLab.
I see over here. That's Bella Box. It's a little ambitious for my
Loaf says,
uses.
Hey, no worries. It's not better, it's just different.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jobs are all a numbers game.
Yep. I can't.
Alexonhisk says,
Carrot, very true.
I can't give an IP address. I mean, I can. I can't right now. Shit. What time is it? There's no chance that he's getting me this information now.
Just open forward your router and give me the IP. I promise I'm not going to try and steal your cookies to see your browser history, Kappa.
I think my browser history is pretty tame.
Loaf says,
What are you being asked to do?
One of the places I applied to, Rhino Security Labs. I applied for a position there, associate pen
At the
test role.
Planet says,
Is that root beer?
Yes. Winkies. And what they said is to ensure, all pen test candidates start
Alexander
with a
says,
hands-on web
We know
app
it's
pen test
vodka.
challenge.
Don't need to lie.
Vodka. Oh my God. That's some.
Loaf says,
Oh nice.
But we're leaving for vacation tomorrow. I can't give him my home. Well, wait. Maybe I can give him my home IP address. Yeah. Wait. Yes. I can give him my home IP address and remote into my Cali. Wait. I'm not going to be on the same network.
So
To
they're
remote
whitelisting
in.
you to be able to access the pin test? You have a VPS, right?
Chol.io says, use 0 tier and SSHN.
Or Tailscale.
Alexonhisk says,
You gotta use a VPN like Tailscale or Radman VPN to access it.
VPS loaf. I have Tailscale. Excuse me. My eyes itchy. Yeah, I think that's the best option.
Chol.io says, yay. Loaf says,
Any way you can ensure an IP that doesn't change. Your VPS, your home IP, whatever, VPN is the likely solution.
Well, I need a Cali box. I'd like to use the one that's on my Proxmox server. And I think to do that, the easiest way would be to do Tailscale, log into my Tailscale on my Kali machine. Because my laptop, wait, I don't know if my laptop has Tailscale.
Loaf says,
You don't need it. You just need a computer.
Hack the Planet says,
You could probably just be honest about your timeline and see if you could start the challenge when you return from vacation.
Madam Fabulous says,
Sad face emoji.
No sad
Stare.
face. Madam Fabulous, I'm going to do it.
Says,
I'm going to look into it here
Kali machine.
on vacation.
Install Tailscale and Kali. Open SSH. Install Tailscale on your laptop and remote access it.
Madam Fabulous says,
XD.
translated from Spanish.
Thanks for talking me
Less
off the
than
ledge,
3.
Tagora. That makes sense. I can install Kali from the road if I have to on my laptop.
Loaf says,
Throw Kali on a USB and boot a laptop with it. VPN to home. Hack away.
Yep. Either way, as long as I have that laptop, I have TeamViewer into my home machine also. So I can do, if I have that, then I can pivot if I have to. But I'm going to let him know that I'm going to be on vacation, see if he'll let me do it when I get back.
Madam Fabulous says,
I just did the HTB Insane box with Tailscale remotely via hotspot.
Shawl.io says, Tailscale, RDPN, easy.
Yep. We have a few options. Thank you all. Yeah. We have a few options. I'm going to give him my home IP, but let him know that I'm going on vacation.
Loaf says,
Just make sure you have the ability to remotely connect to your machine now, or establish a VPN to your network. If you can do either, you're golden.
Alex Honest
Yeah.
says,
If anything, just try to DDoS the company, that way you have an excuse when you're on vacation, Kappa.
I do. You know what? We should check it. So there's Tailscale,
Loaf
but
says,
I have TeamViewer too.
Don't let them know that the vacation is a limitation. Make sure they are aware you can connect to home and hack from there while on the road.
Yep. Yeah, that's wise. Okay, so you're still just looking at me because I'm going to bring up TeamViewer and it's going to have IDs on it, so I can't do that.
Shawl.io says,
RDP would be easier, no?
Yedidia0024 says,
What advice can you give on someone who's been getting a whole lot of job rejection emails?
Are you applying to them? Keep applying. Keep applying. How many have you applied to? Keep applying. Maybe make tweaks to your resume. Or, hear me out, go meet people face to face.
Loaf says,
BRB.
Yedidia0024 says,
Stop counting mate.
I know, I hear you. Maybe it's time to go meet people face to face. I wouldn't know. I'm looking also. So I'm exercising the 3 things that I tell people. Make sure you have some kind of education, certificates, side projects, little projects that you work on, and you put them on a blog or GitHub or something, and meet people face to face.
Smetric says,
I'm also looking.
At a job. You're
What
not
are you
looking for a
looking at?
job.
Panico Panko says,
Whoa, we have sideways chat.
I know, right?
Why does this feel like a Star Wars intro?
I did that myself. By the way, have you seen Panko? How are you doing? How you doing, you little PNG tuber hacker? How you doing today?
Zmetric says.
Wowzers.
Alexonhisk says.
I want to eat that chat.
Zmetric says.
Thank
Who
you.
did you copy?
No one?
Panico
I did that
Panko myself.
I am up too late. Shh, pretend I am asleep.
Okay. Shh, everyone. Panko's sleeping. Do you want me to time you out,
Says. Zmetric
Panko?
says.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
Don't believe it.
Whatever. I saw Shushy Dragon's chat. I mean, I can't do all that glitching and stuff, but I wanted to
Make it upside down.
Alexonhisk says.
I wanted to do that
But
with
I'm a
it.
night owl either way.
Zmetric says.
Sure you can.
I got to get my laptop and make sure that I can wait. Yeah.
Panico Panko says.
Yeah, I can.
Lightsaber noises when.
By the way, Spaceballs 2 is
Snippet
being
says-
shot right now.
You know. You could use processing plus openth to cut you out of the scene, and overlay it on top of chat. So you can have chat dynamically masked smile smile.
I see the words on the screen. I feel like you're trying to tell me something. I got no idea what you're saying.
Cholio says.
Watching the new F1 movies tomorrow.
That should be pretty good.
Zmetric says.
Just do it. It's easy equals.
Of course, yeah. It's all
Hello.
easy.
Panico Panko says.
Too much work, a little bit of scuff never hurt anyone.
Okay. Let's reply to Benjamin with my IP address 192.168.0.1.
Alexonhisk says.
In map VVPT4, web link.
Zmetric says.
Wow. We have the same ips.
Panico Panko says.
OMG, I can't believe you leaked that. You freak.
That's the first thing people will message me on Discord. Not people, a few people messaged me and said, someone said they have my IP address. And I asked them immediately, I'm like, did they say that your IP address is 192.168 something something? And they're like, yes, how do you know? I says, they don't have your IP address, you're fine.
Alexonhisk says.
Guys, I'm about to leak an IP. 8.8.8.8 kappa.
Zmetric says.
Alex.
But they do. Yay DNS. LXG. Google MDS.
Oh, it changed.
DNS.
It changed because of, I should check it over here. It changed because of AT&T.
Alexonhisk says.
XTD.
Translated from Spanish. Zmetric says.
8.8.4.4. Also 1.1.1.1.
Alexonhisk says.
1.0.0.1 as well.
You're all out of control. It says we're out of... Yeah, I was going to say we're streaming.
Translated from Dutch.
Whoa, who's a dick?
LMFAO. Ha 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 ha.
Translated from Tagalog.
Metric says.
Imalul.
I updated the title and category. Can someone check?
Yay.
Right on.
Alexonhisk says.
It's software and game development.
Thank you.
Metric says.
Prano working testing.
Yep. I want to be working. So the next step for the security administrator is going to be a in-person interview. I did a introductory interview earlier this week, so I'm waiting for that, and I'm sending information to Rhino Security Labs right now for their intro first steps for an associate pen tester.
Alexonhisk says.
Make sure to check of many cameras they have and where I mean. Less than greater than.
Metric says.
An AS pen tester?
Yes, an ass pen tester.
A scanned. Lol.
Alexonhisk says.
We love ass.
Hack the Planet says.
It is June.
What'd I say?
Metric says.
Lamau, did you just cover your mouth to whisper an IP?
No.
Panico Panko says.
There you go.
No.
Alexonhisk says, stop leaking your totally legit type CIP, 192.168.1.1. I know your net mask is 255.255.252.0 kappa.
Nailed it. Panko, are we supposed to be talking to you or not? We're very confused. Hey, make up our minds, please.
Panico Panko says,
I am giving the people what they want.
And what do they want? Do they want sassy shenanigans from Panko?
Metric says,
Mine's is 255.255.255.252. My SNM.
Panko with the squats.
Symmetric
Thank you.
says,
I asked AI if the Browns fandom is keeping your luck in finding the job at an all-time low. I said, well, it's not entirely possible to rule it out. It may very well be the leading contributor.
Pinnock Gamer 9
The Browns are
says,
the reason why I can't
How's
find a
it
job.
going, Theo?
Hey, Pinnock Gamer. Good, good. How are you doing?
Alexonhisk says,
Poof.
To be
Absolutely not. The
Metric
Denver
says-
Broncos are
Just saying,
almost
Cowboys
as
fans have a
awful
0.2%
to
unemployment
talk
rate.
about as the text editor that shall not be named. Panko, which reminds me, what text editor do you use? Panko.
Alexonhisk says,
ha 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 ha.
translated from Tagalog,
I like to use Nano NGL
Nano is acceptable.
Metric says,
Poof. Nice try. Get shit out of my chat.
Pinnock Gamer 9 says,
You know, goal tomorrow is Friday. I intend to finish my Security Plus and Azure AI 900 over the July 4th long weekend and
Nice.
schedule exams
Get
by
it.
end of July. Well, that's the plan at least for now.
Metric says,
Poof.
No,
Yes, Poof. Stop saying that damn team in my chat. John Elway. John Elway took away the Browns' chance to the title
says,
when I was
I
a
bet
kid.
B7 uses Ed as an editor, Kappa.
Pinnock Gamer
Poof.
9 says,
Which one Broncos?
Metric says,
Poof.
I have a Ford. 2 of them. Can I talk about
Poof.
my Broncos?
Damn you. Stop it. At least you're not talking about the other team, which I absolutely despise. I cannot stand. And I have family that are fans of this team, and I have to hug them.
Alexonhisk says,
Poof.
Yeah. We got him, boys.
Metric says,
Ha ha ha.
translated from Tagalog, Alexonhisk says,
Poof.
Bronc.
Nope. No.
Pinnock Gamer
Pinnock
9
Gamer.
says,
Pinnock
What's
Gamer.
your prediction for the
Pinnock Gamer.
Browns
As
season
a
this year?
lifelong Browns fan, I do not have expectations going into a season. When they do something that is, when they actually do something good, like win a game, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Alexonhisk says,
Is it the Panther team?
No.
Metric says,
He won't poof Browns beating the Broncos. BTW capitalism is great.
By the way, capitalism is great. Yeah, I love capitalism. I love it when it goes both ways, though, too.
I scored.
Alexonhisk says,
TBF, the only reason I like the Broncos is cause orange is my fave color and cause I like their
It's
design
okay.
next to
All right, then I'll let you. I'll let you. You're allowed to like them. Then I still hate them, but you're allowed to like them.
Metric says,
128 gigabytes etc. DDR4
translated from Italian,
for $84.
Yeah, did you find them? You find some?
Alexonhisk says,
As in European, there's only one true football.
That's true.
Metric says,
eBay lol.
translated from Haitian Creole, Pinnock Gamer 9 says,
So Justin Tucker is
Dude.
suspended for first 10 games of 2025 CN for violation of personal conduct policy, so don't pick him in your
Dude,
fantasy
how
this
hard
year,
is it
lol.
to behave yourself? Dude, you're on the Ratbirds. You have a golden foot, honestly. I mean, he hits them like from 50 yards out, like clutch every time. And he's an opera singer too. You just can't behave yourself, man.
Justin Tucker would have been great addition to the Browns team, just chipping away with the field goals, lol.
I don't know. I'd have to look at his stats in Brown Stadium. The wind in that stadium is something different. Have you seen the third, the additional wind flag? Do you know about the additional wind flag in Brown Stadium?
Metric says,
Wouldn't they need to get possession of the ball for more than 3 seconds?
Why are you talking shit on the Browns?
Lol.
You're a funny guy. Funny.
Alexonhisk says,
Kappa.
translated from Icelandic. Pinikama9 says,
Oh no, I do not know about that. I would like to watch Browns play at home at some point this season or next /.
Metric says,
Cause it's funny and I have never watched a Browns game.
Good. We don't want you.
Yay. Keep that viewership low. Lol JK.
See if we can see it here. Hold on.
says,
What I'm hearing is that the Browns play like their color, Kappa.
Metric says,
That's fine.
Shit is a color slash.
Okay. Keep talking. Go ahead. Keep talking shit about him. Go ahead. Keep on. That's fine. I'm going to be a fan no matter how much shit you talk. Okay. I'm a fan. Not like other fans in this area that are fans of another team nearby. I'm always going to be a Browns fan. Whatever. You can shit on me all you want.
Question mark.
Alexonhisk says,
Ha 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 ha.
translated from Tagalog. Metric says,
LOL JK.
Pinikama9 says,
Don't get banned, lol.
Metric says,
Where am I going?
Less than 3.
translated from Haitian Creole.
I'll literally never understand being a fan of your local shit.
Alexonhisk says,
Wait. You mean the Ravens?
Loaf says,
Ratbirds.
Pooping is healthy. If your poop isn't brown, it's probably no good.
Yeah, the Ratbirds. Baltimore. That's not the team I'm talking about, though.
Pinikama9 says,
Hey, that's my backup team, Limau. Better not be talking about the Commanders, lol.
No, I'm not talking about the Commanders. Good. I'm glad you don't know. I'm glad you all don't know who I'm talking about. Anyways, it's over here. That flag.
Eagles?
There's a flagpole here and here, and they both have additional wind flags on the top of them. So you have the wind flags on top of the goal, on top of the goals, here and here. But then they have additional wind flags here and here. Because on the lake, the wind swirls.
Alexonhisk says,
What team is he talking about? I am seriously curious now. XD.
I hate this team. We could lose every game on our schedule, but as long as we win these 2 games, I'd be fine. Their fans are awful. Their fans are so obnoxiously awful.
Pinnikamer9 says.
Oh,
Pinnikamer9 says.
Cowboys?
No.
Alexonhisk says.
The Texas team?
No. It's a division rival. You all get it. It's a division rival. And it's not even a rivalry anymore. They are normally always better than us. Pinnock Gamer, not the Railers, not the Raiders, and I'm not letting you say the other team.
Pittsburgh?
Son of a bitch. Who was that? Yes. I'll allow the city Pittsburgh to be said.
Ha 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 ha.
Translated from Tagalog, Pinnikamer9 says.
Lamau.
Translated from Haitian Creole. Alexonhisk
It
says.
just isn't a good picture
I
for
do
it.
like Pittsburgh Penguins in NHL though.
Pinnikamer9 says.
I have a fan of that team. I work within my office. LOL.
You know what I'm talking about. They are awful. Awful. They always talk shit first. Always. Oh, but when they lose, oh my God, they are even gigantic diaper. They are even larger, gigantic adult diaper babies when they lose. It's the refs. The refs had it out for us. They can't let us win all the games against you guys. Oh God.
He has a mug with the team logo on his desk.
N1's ICS says.
I'd poop
Do
in
you
it.
like soccer?
I'd poop in a Steelers mug for free. You wouldn't even have to pay me. You wouldn't even have to say, I bet you won't do that. I'd be like, it's on the house.
Alexonhisk says.
I bet when they lose they start to blame the ref or SMTH.
Yes, that's what they
The
do.
other team bought the refs XD.
Yes.
Fucking knew it. Just like football XD.
Pinnikamer9 says.
They have not had a decent QB since Big Ben. I wonder how Rodgers will do there.
I would tell you this. I don't know how I want to say this. I can't wait for Myles Garrett to come across the line and suplex sack Aaron Rodgers. Maybe he'll even get a strip sack TD out of it because he's done that before. Dude, he's not. Hey, he's not. Aaron Rodgers is not outrunning Myles Garrett.
That would be epic. I'm not gonna lie, lol.
In fact, this is what I want to see.
Alexonhisk says.
The only thing we need is just the NFL teams to start making diss tracks to other teams XD.
They do that. I don't know about diss tracks, but they talk shit on each other. Garrett? This is what I want. I don't remember what game it was, what season it was. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. But this is Myles Garrett after he sacked Joe Burrow. He bounced up and just screamed and over top of him. I'm going to turn that into a t-shirt. I'm going to have that on the back, and I'm going to put it to a Myles Garrett Tecmo Bowl on the front.
Fixit says,
Good night. And good luck with the job hunt.
Thanks, Fix
I'll
It.
get started too now. CV updated, smile smile.
Yep.
Fixit 42 love.
Pinakamer9 says,
We have a work fantasy football team with the whole CyberSec team on it. I need to start creating my roster here in a couple of months.
Mm-hmm. Okay, gang. So this was a test stream that turned into a little bit longer of a stream, but it's still a test stream. And
Jason Hoskins Jr. on YouTube says,
What do you think about Shador and Dylan?
we don't have Jason Hoskins. That's a great question. The Cleveland Browns don't have a good track record of turning rookie quarterbacks into franchise quarterbacks. And if I was Shador or Dylan, I'd be scared shitless to be starting for the Cleveland Browns. Number one. Number two, I don't know anything about Dylan, to be honest. I don't. What I know about Shador is he reminds me of like these other quarterbacks, like Manziel, where you had like this huge following of people saying, give him a chance, give him a chance, give him a chance. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't.
Scott 1969
Scott
says,
B, what's up?
Not since Bernie Kosar.
The little sidearm slinger, the sidearm gunslinger. Hey, he's from the town I'm in right now. The town I'm living in right now. That's where he went to high school. So Jason, that's what I think about them. I would love to see Flacco start again. He got us to last year. Yeah, he got us to the thing last year. Or not last year, the year before? Oh my God. There's been so many years of pain with Tiny Towel.
says,
Flacco has to make it to the 53-man roster first, lol.
Yeah, whatever.
Scott 1969
He will. They'll
says,
keep him on.
He was a sick man, wanted to be a Brown all his life.
I think he will. He'll be a backup. He'll be a consistent backup. You don't know what you're going to get with Shador and Dylan. You don't.
Pinakamer9 says,
Yeah, they might keep him on the practice squad.
I would. These kids, they don't know. They don't know. They don't know.
We always got Mariota for Garrett and Yasktuk lol.
Mariota for Garrett. Yeah, that's true. Right? Because they made that trade in the draft. We're gonna raid. We're gonna raid out here. That way I can help Miss Theo pack, and we're gonna get that on the road. I'll do another stream from the road on our way down.
Heptanus or S1YB0RG.
I saw that.
Translated
We
from Dutch.
raided Slyborg last time. I think head tennis would be a good idea. I have his programs up on my Let's raid head. Panko, I'll give you back your points.
Llama says,
Ain't it one shake?
Hey, Llama. Caught us just in time for the raid. Thanks for hanging out with me, gang. We'll see you tomorrow on the road. Thanks for hanging out.
Loaf says,
See ya, Theo.
translated from Tagalog. Scott 1969 says,
What happened to Sammy Coates, the guy you got in a trade from the Steelers?
No clue. Wow, that's bright.
Pinnikamer 9 says,
We don't say the S word here on this stream, lol.
"27 Raiders have joined."
Hi, Raiders.
Arch Fluffy says,
Noriki one cow.
I
Translated
literally
from
just
Estonian.
raided out. Hi, Nori.
Sandwich says,
Tomb Raid.
Hi, gang.
You know XW says,
Oh.
It's okay. Hi, Yuno. How are you doing?
Arch Fluffy says,
We have super timing powers.
Yep.
Sandwich says,
Wow. Shit. Dick.
translated from Dutch.
Well,
DJ
shit,
Trico
Dick.
says,
Strict one Paku.
DJ
Doing
Trico. Good. How was the stream? Hey, did you catch this today? This woman tried to break the 4-minute mile. She ended up at 4:07. Crazy. I was crying all over myself. Nori? Where did she go?
Sandwich says,
She might need a moment, she said.
Arch Fluffy says,
I think she's getting out of her VR rig.
It's precisely where I like her. Yeah, so I don't know how many of you landed over here. My gosh, what was that? 27? Hi, Raiders. Welcome to Painful IT. We were testing out the rig, the DJI IRL rig, streaming rig. So, but yeah, I don't know how many of you landed over here, but I was just finishing up. How about we get over to, you don't want to see me, Tynan. Oh my God, Tynan's rating out. Jeez, oh man.
Yeah, if you're done, launch us out.
Yep. I don't want to, but we have to finish up hacking. Slyborg is on too. She does hacking. Okie dokie.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Arch. Arch Fluffy.
Arch Fluffy says,
Red Key eyes.
Hey, have a good night. Nice to meet you all. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed the Nori stream and the little time here. I was in
Kitty
the middle of
says,
raiding Nori.
why you raid out moment I
Saying
raid
which,
ya.
thank you very much for the follow. That's very kind of you.
Sangaged says,
Thank you for the raid, Nori.
Noriki One Wave bathrooms.
translated from Indonesian. You know XW says,
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Sangaged says,
Noriki One Bleb.
Kitty says, I will remember next time Noiki one really.
I was in the middle of raiding and I waited until I saw you. Oh, wait, we're gone.
Still here Noiki one really. Scammed. Kitty says,
I'll allow it. What the fuck? Oh shit, you missed my streams. You didn't even follow away. Nori, bye-bye.